Here are 3 questions that you should be asking every one of your clients. Hey, this is for real estate agents, and if you're thinking about buying a home, you might want to listen up to this as well. So something that's not a surprise to anyone, or shouldn't be, not everyone is able to buy real estate. Not everybody is able to get approved for a real estate mortgage. So to determine whether or not you should even start down that road with a client, or if you are someone looking to get a mortgage to buy a house, these are 3 very important things that you need to be asking yourself and asking your clients. Number 1, you need to know, do you have enough money for down payment and closing costs? And those are 2 distinctly different things. The down payment is referring to the amount of money you're putting down on the price of the house. The closing costs are a separate issue. That is things like attorney's fees, appraisals, lender's fees, and so on. Taxes, insurance, all that goes into that. So you've got to know if you've got enough money to work with. Now, I know there's a couple of loan types out there. There's the VA and USDA where it's no money down, but that doesn't mean you don't have to have money for closing. So you need to find that out. Question number 2 you should be asking is, what is their credit score, or what is my credit score? And it's super easy these days for people to get an idea, at least, of what their credit score is. There's all kinds of different ways of doing that. So your credit score for most loans needs to be somewhere between 600 and 800 points, right? So the higher the credit score, the better your terms are going to be. If you've had a bankruptcy in the last 2 years, if you've had a foreclosure in the last 2 years, if you've had any major credit issue in the last few years, you may not be able to get qualified right now for a mortgage. That doesn't mean you can't get started down the road. It just means there might be a delay needed. And as an agent, you need to ask those questions of your clients before you send them to a lender, and certainly before you go and show them any property. Okay, so what is your credit score? Number 2. Number 3 is going to be, what kind of work do you do? Okay, so there's about 3 categories that work falls into, or income falls into. There is a W-2 employee. That's someone who gets an hourly wage and they work generally the same number of hours week in and week out. It's pretty easy to determine what their gross earnings are going to be for a W-2. A 1099 employee, this is someone that's considered self-employed, whether they work for a company that doesn't withhold taxes or they own their own company. They need to be self-employed for at least 2 years. And that means 2 years worth of tax returns. So the lender can look at those returns and come up with an average income figure to use to see if they would qualify for a mortgage. So you need to know those things. What kind of work do they do? Is it W-2 or 1099? And the 3rd category of income is going to be retirement, investment income. It could be disability income, any of those kind of things. Social Security falls into that 3rd category. As long as that income is sufficient, then that can be used to help you get a mortgage. So those are the 3 things you should be asking every client. 1 is, how much money do you have to work with? 2, what's your credit score look like? 3, what kind of income you have? If they can't successfully answer those questions, then it may not be time for them to get started in the mortgage process of buying a home. Something real important that you need to take note of. Now, I say it's important for you as a borrower not to waste your time. It's important for you as an agent not to be wasting your time. We all only have so many hours during the day that we can work, and we need to be as productive as possible. So stop promising everyone that you can help them, because you cannot. And if you've got somebody that you don't think you can help, I'll be glad to talk to them and give them even more details. But just know it may take some people a year or 2 to get in a place where they can buy a home. I hope you gleaned some information, good information from this, and I hope this helps you as you work with clients. And if you're someone who's going to be borrowing money for a mortgage, I hope you find this useful for you as well. If you want to talk to me more about this, my contact information is at the end of this video. Have a great day, everybody, and God bless.